Welcome to the Disney Hour Express podcast. I'm Abbie.
And I'm Rob. We are two hopelessly romantic Disney enthusiasts,
Sharing fun stories, secret tips, and family travel experiences.
If you are a Disney newbie, or maybe a season pass holder, we hope you find this information helpful.
We turned our love of Disney into a unique boutique travel agency that books Disney and Universal vacations.
We've got a lot of stories, so cozy on up, choose your favorite drink,
Whether that be a cocktail or a hot chocolate,
and enjoy the Disney Hour Express.
Wow. Well, hey, Pioneers, welcome to episode 84 of the Disney Hour Express. As soon as Rob gave me that countdown, our dog Molly let out like the biggest groan sigh. Like it was so interesting. She's just like, oh, the life.
She's like, I am stuck in this room again. I just wanted some peace and quiet, and these two are going to talk for an obscene amount of time.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, Molly. I'm sorry. We like to chit chat about Disney. So, hey, thank goodness we have another festival, or we have a festival back, because it was a long summer of not a whole lot.
I've had a festival all summer. I just haven't told anyone.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, the Festival of Rob.
The Festival of Rob. What did they serve at the Festival of Rob?
No one came. I had zero festival goers.
I'm sorry. So I hope you at least enjoyed it.
But I will tell you now, the musical acts were better than the Eat to the Beat concert series.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about later.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, anyways, this awesome festival of international food and wine is starting back on August 29th to November 23rd.
How many years of international food and wine have there been?
My goodness, that's a really good question that I do not have the answer to, but I do know that last year you and I got to attend the festival, and we were a little bit more invested because we were going, so there were certain items that we did want to try out. Did we happen to like those items? I think because we were vegetarians that we had some issues with getting a lot of food, but
I think I liked some of the stuff. I liked the it was like the Wing Pavilion. It was over there in the building that I can't remember at the moment, that they're always doing test labs and stuff like that.
Yes, they have they are, and they have that again this year, which is going to be good. Okay. And you know what? I haven't heard much about that pickle milkshake that you wouldn't let me get last year, because I really just wanted to try it for trying. But I wonder if that's coming back this year, huh?
I think I saved your stomach. I saved our trip.
I don't know what you're talking about. So there's a lot of returning favorite booths, and then there's about 5 new booths joining the lineup this year, which is really, really cool. We've got, to start out, we have the Macketizer, and I'm going to just stay off the bat. I'm pretty sure they had a mac and cheese booth, not last year, but the year before. So now they're coming back, and it's called the Macketizer. So it's new. This is going to be located in Communicore Hall, and you can try 4 different types of macaroni and cheese. So I brought it up, and it looks like there's the traditional macaroni and cheese with herbed panko. And then there's cheese steak macaroni and cheese with shaved beef, peppers, onions, and breadcrumbs. Mm-hmm. There's truffle macaroni and cheese. Mm-hmm. And then there's the Impossible chili macaroni and cheese with sour cream and cheddar. And that's actually plant-based.
Yeah, Impossible.
So I think that out of those 4, even though we have started to eat some birds again. Sorry, birds. I would still go for the Impossible chili macaroni and cheese with sour cream and cheddar. That sounds really good to me.
It does sound good.
What would you try?
I'd try them all.
You try them all.
The maybe not the cheesesteak because of the beef, but I'm sure the Pioneers are happy that they don't have to listen to us being on our high horses. Oh, we're vegan. Oh, we're vegetarian. Oh, now we're just losers that have given up and are now eating birds again.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. So over at Communicore Hall, there's also going to be the Festival Favorites booth. So I think that just, it is what it says, right? Festival Favorites from all around. I don't know exactly what that's going to include, but I like it.
It's Festival Favorites?
Festival Favorites. It says stop by a casual eatery to explore an ever-changing menu filled with popular dishes from various EPCOT festivals. That's fun.
From like the yesteryears, the international food and wine of the past.
Of the past.
Okay. So it looks like International Food and Wine started in 1995.
Ooh.
So we're celebrating 29 years.
That's insane. That's
International Food and Wine. The big 3-0.
It's coming next year.
Yeah, so you know what that means. It's like they're going to get their act together and they're going to like start working out and like get a job.
Oh.
And then start like, instead of just like, dating around, now they're going to start looking for relationships. That's what International Food and Wine is.
Oh, wow. That's a really intense sum up of what the 3-0 is going to be for them.
Yeah.
Well, we've got also a new one, Bramblewood Bites, and that's going to be between the World Showcase and Imagination Pavilion. It looks like that's going to be like a grilled cider brined pork tenderloin with fennel apple slaw and apple cider.
Hard pass.
Yeah, grilled bison with butternut squash puree, roasted mushrooms, and huckleberry. I don't know what this word is.
What is it?
Gastric.
Hard pass.
Sounds
like stomach. Sounds like you're eating stomach.
Something's going to hurt you.
Yeah.
Cast iron roasted Brussels sprouts and root vegetables.
Hard pass.
What? Those are good. With dried cranberries, candy pecans, and maple bourbon glaze. Didn't we have something similar to that? We had some sort of Brussels sprouts last year.
I would never eat that willingly.
Okay.
I would never pay to eat that. Let's put it that way.
Okay. All right. So Forest and Field, another new one between World Showcase and the Imagination Pavilion as well. This is going to be kind of like your autumn food, like your fall food stuff.
All right.
Which makes sense. You got your autumn chili with bison, lamb, pork belly, root vegetables, jalapeno corn bread, smoked cheddar, and cream. Now, just imagine, like, no offense to Food and Wine, but like right now in August, like walking around with a little dish full of bison, lamb, pork belly, root vegetables, and jalapeno cornbread while it's like 95 degrees outside.
Yeah.
Just sounds like awful. That sounds awful to me.
That's kind of the, I guess that's kind of the deal. Maybe that's why they didn't do it. And right. Because we thought maybe they would start it earlier.
We did, yes.
Because there was, the lack of things. Look, even talking about this, Abbie's yawning.
I am yawning. I don't know. As soon as we started talking, I'm like, but I just want to get through a couple of the new ones.
When talking to me, there's lots of yawns.
For our gluten-free friends, they do have the burrata with seasonal fall fruit, spiced pecans, and apple puree, and fig vinaigrette. That sounds pretty nice. I'd be into that.
Speaking of the Imagination Pavilion, as you know, there's like stuff going on over there.
Yeah, what's happening?
DVC, so on and so forth. This is just like an odd type of story. It's not so much in that, I guess. So there's a music loop that plays at the Imagination Pavilion.
Oh boy.
And so this music loop was, they originally had something that came out in 1982. Mm-hmm. And then they changed it in 1999 to a different music loop. And then changed it back to the 1982 music loop. And now it's playing the 1999 one again.
Why are they doing this to us?
Now, the funniest thing was in the reviewer, the person that did it on WDWNT.com, they were like, I did this for the sake of the video, is that he recorded the music loop in the bathroom at the Imagination Pavilion.
Why?
While waiting, he waited till no one was in there.
Okay. Thank
But so it's just a video of the men's bathroom at the Imagination Pavilion, so he could hear the music.
That's weird and
Yeah,
awkward.
it is weird.
Huh. All right.
It is weird. Then like one guy just like comes out like flushes the toilet and has like toilet paper on his foot or whatever.
No.
No.
Oh, gross. Okay. I was gonna say, ugh, that's terrible.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the
interesting.
food.
The last new booth that we know about is the Milled and Mold. Now, I got so excited when I saw this. I was like, oh, this is going to be like a really cool. Remember that place in the Canadian showcase area where they had all those like ciders and stuff? And I was like, oh, maybe this is like that. It's not like that at all. It's like cakes. It's like little cakes. So freshly baked carrot cake with walnuts and cream cheese icing, boursin fig and balsamic cheesecake with fig jam and pomegranate and pear and almond, whatever that word is. It's not English, sorry. But they'll have Blake's hard cider over there and a couple other brewery stuff. But yeah, all in all, I mean...
Where are the drinks? I want to know the drinks.
I'm sure there's a lot more drinks that I just am unaware of. But I really did enjoy that time we had that cider flight over there. It was
really? I thought I was the only one that liked it.
Really? I remember liking it.
I thought everyone was kind of...
I think that's your imagination highway.
I think last year, right, then we have like a Prosecco flight or something.
We did. We had the Prosecco flight. We had...
They usually have... I wonder what they have over in France. They usually have like a good drink that you like.
Yeah, always. They always have a good drink over
in
there.
France, yeah.
Nice little pink drinks. I love it. They had like it was like a Prosecco slushy or something like that. That was like pink. It was cute.
And then there's Rob just making his way over to Rosencrown, ordering the same drink he gets every year and is really excited about it and wants it.
I understand. Yeah. It's all good. Well,
yeah.
So tell me, you have the American Pavillion Eat to the Beat concert series returning on August 30th to November 18th, and iconic bands and artists can be seen performing Fridays through Mondays.
I like to put heavy, giant air quotes around iconic.
So tell me about this. You seem to have the dirt.
Well, I mean, I've looked up the acts, and they are definitely iconic. I would put them. Bands such as The Fray playing 2 nights in August, still left to go. Sugar Ray, which they perform in front of convenience stores. I think when they're not at Disney, they'll perform anywhere. Is what I'm trying to say. We have Hoobastank.
Oh my gosh, what am I, like back in like middle school?
Well, yeah, you're crawling in the dark. Yellow Card. Tiffany. Now you're back in like elementary school.
Wait, didn't she used to perform in malls?
Yeah, that's Tiffany. Tiffany and Debbie Gibson.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Tiffany was, I think we're alone now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
There's something called Foreigner's Journey. It seems like a cover band of the both.
Is the theme like early 90s?
Sheila E. There's bands, and unfortunately I'm not familiar with a lot of the international artists. Luis Figueroa and Jesse and Joy, they look like fun. They might not be international, but there's someone called Mao E. Ricky. Mao Y. Ricky. So we're continuing on with some of the iconic acts. Oh boy, my arch nemesis Joey Fatone and friends.
Well, tell us why Joey Fatone is your arch nemesis, darling.
Not Switchfoot. David Archuleta from American Idol.
Oh,
I think. And
okay.
Doing other things. Billy Ocean. I mean, that's good. And then Mbop. You got Hanson.
Okay. Oh my God. Hanson is playing. I need to go. When are they playing?
They're playing 4 nights. So that shows you how desperate they were to fill time. And they were also like, somebody wants us.
I want to see Hanson.
So they're playing this Tuesday. And no, I'm like, Abbie's mouth her face just went like, no way. I'm going to Epcot.
I'm going.
They're playing October 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th. None
of those dates can I make.
Right before the good nights. And that's filling out October. And then November, you got Boys to Men's there. I really like Boys to Men. They were a big part of my teenage years.
Boys to Men is that makeup.
It is. What was it?
Nope.
Motown Philly. Down on Bended Knee. Yep, all those. Except it's minus the guy that always carried the cane and talked. He sang as like a deep voice. He was like the bass. He's no longer
there.
Yeah, because he left like in like the 2000s.
Oh,
because he always like told them that he was only there temporarily because he really wanted to be an accountant. So
follow your dreams, baby. Follow your dreams.
It kind of reminds me of that thing you do, where it's like the TV player. It's like the guy. It's like he leaves Ethan Embry.
Yeah,
he just leaves because he just wants to go to the army. He's like, I want to go to the army. I don't need this rock and roll fame stuff. Right. Anyway, there's some weird band called Magic. It looks like one of them. No, they all have like hairy chests and gold chains.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna finish it up with November 15th to 16th. You got Smash Mouth, and then to close it out, the finale, 17th and the 18th, 98 Degrees. With Nick Lachey, who I think we've soured on now, right? We're not huge on him.
I think he's done like a couple of shady things, right? Lately.
I don't know. Jessica Simpson gave him a bad rap. It was like...
Well, no, he gave himself a bad rap.
Well,
Jessica Simpson just told the truth.
Yes. True that. So, Me Too candidate Nick Lachey, the 17th and the 18th at the Disney's Eat the Beats, which now sounds weird. Eat at the Beat concert series.
Eat to the beat.
Eat to the beat.
Well, anyway,
you should just eat a lot of beats instead and don't go to these concerts.
It is so interesting because they are still having these concerts over at the American Adventure Pavilion, which I'm happy to hear and see because just the way that it's set up, it makes it more like passable. Like you can like stand there for a minute while you're enjoying your drink and like walk on by. Whereas I feel like the Communicore Hall Plaza setup, when we walked on by, like if there had been a crowd there and stuff, you can't necessarily just like walk through seamlessly. That wouldn't happen.
Yeah, but you could probably you could walk by and listen, like hear the music and stuff.
Yeah, well, on the outskirts on the other side. But like as for the American Adventure Pavilion, you can see them on stage as you're walking by, which I think the setup elsewhere is different. Now, speaking of like what's happening at Communicore Plaza during this festival, because the Encanto stuff is going to be ending soon.
Oh. I don't know.
So it's kind of weird that they don't have things like really set up over there.
Yeah.
Because we're supposed to have like a mixology lab, a kitchen for chefs to come in and teach. We haven't really heard a whole lot about what's happening.
That's at the hall.
At the hall. Well, both.
Right.
I'm sorry. Yes, but at the hall.
Yeah. I just read something saying that like Communicore Halls be closed for a couple days. So I don't know what's going on there.
I hope they reopen it with something cool because again, like this was like a big deal. EPCOT was miserable with all those walls up. And so I'm like, we sacrificed for this. I would like to see something here, please.
It would seem like, right, because they put the Encanto, so they had the Encanto Sings or whatever it's called. And then it was just like some other random Latin artists that were playing afterwards, after Encanto had enough. And that's what we walked through, right? We never actually saw the Encanto thing. We would have liked to.
We heard it from afar.
Yeah. We would have liked to. The kids like the soundtrack. And I don't know. Maybe they're just like they couldn't have just had given Hanson another 4 days at Communicore Plaza. They couldn't let them play there.
Oh, Hanson. I would love to see them play. That would be fun.
I don't know. There was always that one brother that scared me.
Which one?
He looked like one of the, could have been in the movie Mask. Oh. But anyway.
Oh. So this is the first festival, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's the first festival that we have had the dining plan back for.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
It does, yeah.
So our Food and Wine, I should be more specific, festival. So what does that mean, really? So the dining plan, it dependent on what you're picking out, right? You might do the quick service dining plan, but that still comes with your 2 snacks a day, right? So some of these food booths, because they're small portions, because they want you to go around to multiple food booths to try, would be considered snacks. However, you could burn through a lot of snacks going to these food booths. And would it be worth it to still have a dining plan when you're just doing the food and wine? Now, this is where I think that Disney could have really moved forward with a great plan of having, this is your food and wine card, and you could purchase 30 booths, or you could purchase
or whatever.
15, because it's like it's a whole different thing. It's like if you go in being like, I can go to 30 places and get one small thing and one small drink. Now, 30 drinks, whoa, I hope you mix in some water there. But like, it would just make such a good pairing, because you're going specifically for that, right? Instead of thinking on Monday, like, I've got to save all my snacks for Friday because I'm going to go to Epcot on Friday and find.
Or just even the cost alone, right? I think that's prohibitive of, going. They want you to go around. I'm sure all the foodies, right? That's where they want to go. Yeah. They go check it out because you're getting all these different foods and wine, one somewhat, smaller location. But yeah, it'd be nicer if you knew like a prepaid thing where you're giving $99.99 and you're saying, here, I could go to all these booths. And, I think that would be such a good marketing plan. I'm surprised. You heard it here, folks. This was my idea. But I mean, it would be so cute if they even gave you like a little tray and like a napkin and utensils and like, there's going to be an email going out to Disney marketing, I think.
We thought of it first. Thanks. But anyways, listen, I am going on a business trip this week and Rob is awfully sad. How do I know this? Because he brings it up an awful lot about me going away and him being left behind. So because I know he's a little sad, I wrote him a funny song.
A funny song?
I wrote him a funny song.
Oh my God.
And he's like, are you excited? I don't know what this
is the equivalent of one of the dogs here wagging their tail.
I wrote him a funny song. Now, because I had to do this in secret, I've only been able to practice through it one time. Exactly one time. So this is going to be me playing it for the very second time ever.
Playing it? Oh, there's a guitar.
There is a guitar.
Oh, okay. You have to set up the mics differently?
No, but this could be like a total disaster. So everyone, all of you few listeners that we have, please feel free to fast forward through to the next segment and ignore anything I do right now. But this is only because I feel really bad about having to leave Rob behind.
And that she's also doing that in public. Right? Because, so this... I've been trying to get Abbie to get her to sing in front of me all the time, and she never wants to, and it's very hard. She recorded a song for me that she hides from me, and I only find it at certain points in my life, and then it goes away.
But maybe you only need it at certain points in your life. Maybe you don't need it all the time.
But I'm not going to blow her spot up, but she also, that's how she, I'm not going to say seduced me because that's the weird, she sent me a video of her singing and that's how, of course I was going to fall for her.
I think that is what I did. I was kind of like, I do have a talent, but,
she's tuning
again,
up.
I have not played in years and years. My talent is very expired. So,
all right. Do you need like an intro? Yeah.
Hold on. That doesn't sound very...
There she goes. I don't know.
It could be. Just chat away while I
this could be myself. A lot. You never know. You could be in the 30th anniversary of the Food and Wine Eat to the Beat concert. You could be seeing.
Speaking of expired musicians,
that would be iconic. No air quotes.
I don't know about this. All right, let's see.
So this is going to be a DHE first, right? This could be like a new segment. We have to come up with a name where we always have musical acts come on and we're like the new SNL. We're like a Letterman, or I already like it already.
Okay, well, here we go. My darling, I'm headed to the happiest place, but without you there is an empty space. Oh, even Mickey's friendliest embrace will make me cry, 'cause I wish you were there. I'll miss you more than Dumbo misses his mom, more than Goofy trips over his own charm. Even Buzz Lightyear can't fly to you. Oh, honey, I'll miss you. It's true. From Space Mountain to Pirates of the Caribbean, I'll think of you because my heart will be weeping. Eating churros alone won't just be as sweet without your dad jokes by my side. But don't worry, my love, it's just a short flight, and I'll be back hugging you tight. And until then, I'll send you pictures of Cinderella's castle, dreaming of home and our cozy love hassle. Gotta go down on the page. I'll miss you more than Simba misses Mufasa's war, more than Elsa wishes winter wasn't a chore. Even Aladdin's magic carpet won't do. Oh, darling, I'll miss you, it's true. Oh, darling, I'll miss you, it's true. There you go.
Bravo.
My little fun song.
For all the pioneers out there, I fell in love with her all over again right there.
Stop.
Seriously. My heart is... Really, that was awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate
I think we
it.
now probably have negative listeners.
Absolutely not. I'm going to let you know I was quiet during that. I'm going to cut that out, and we're going to put that on Spotify, YouTube, wherever you can get it.
No, thank you.
Yeah, that was great. And that's the amazing talents of Abbie Passero. Thank you. Very talented singer-songwriter, Abbie.
Oh my gosh. Again, haven't played in years, folks.
That was awesome.
So,
and she's even cuter performing in person.
My sad song to you, because I'm so sorry you can't come with me this time. Does that get me out of the doghouse?
I have a feeling there's lots of sad songs coming my way. She's always leaving me. No,
it's
okay.
Not true. That's not even close to true.
All right. Anyhow, speaking of the kind of put salt in the wound, Mickey's Not So Scary's more dates are sold out.
I know. I heard that this week they're sold out, right?
Yeah, this week. So yeah, the Tuesday, Tuesday and Friday, both sold out. Yeah, so that's obviously we're at the end of August, but you can't get any more August dates. Beginning of September is all sold out. The first available one is September 17th. Then the latter part of September is mostly open. Looks like the beginning of most of October is open, except for the 29th and the 31st. Looks like the 8th and the 11th. I'm going a little out of order.
Oh, okay.
For whatever reason. I can't tell why. I don't know. That doesn't look like anything specific, but yeah, they start doing more of them in October.
Yes.
So there's more per week. So it's kind of, if you're not going to Mickey's Not So Scary, you don't want to go to probably don't want to go to Magic Kingdom, right? Because you're kind of wasting your...
because you're going to have to leave early. But
Yeah.
that being said, it means that the wait times are going to be less because a lot of people aren't going to Magic Kingdom that day.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a give and take type of thing. And if you don't want to have like a late day and you're not going for fireworks or something, it might be worth checking out.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like I said, you always want to check to see if you can go. But right now, there's a ton of available dates in the end of September and October.
Fantastic.
Speaking of wings, which we talked about on the previous Food and Wine segment, are you familiar with the show? It's a YouTube clip show, or not clip show, but it's a YouTube show, Hot Ones.
No.
Okay, so it's this interviewer, this gentleman, I don't know his name at the moment. He interviews celebrities, and while they're being interviewed, he has the whoever the interviewee is has to eat an increasingly hot chicken wing
as they're being
interviewed. Yeah,
I would be done on the first one.
So I mean, like everybody, like it started off as like a small, like they used to have like kind of comedians and stuff on, and now it's just like they have like the biggest stars.
Really?
Like, yeah,
they
everybody,
like
Scarlett Johansson, like, you know, they just had I can't think of either one of the names, but Deadpool and Wolverine. They had Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds. Like he has everyone on there, and they just eat chicken wings. And even if they're vegetarian, like they have the vegetarian, or cauliflower wings. So they just had Donald Duck.
Oh.
On the, like they had Donald Duck as an interviewer. Like he was being interviewed, obviously, you know, and he was eating cauliflower wings. Okay. That got increasingly hotter.
Yes.
But it's all the typical Donald stuff and everything. What? It's worth checking out. Look it up. It's Hot Ones. They're on YouTube.
Funny.
Yeah, so it's a funny thing. Like I said, they have tons of guests, and they get up to like, they show you like I forget what the scale's called, like the hotness scale. But it looks like they're like getting up to like ghost peppers, which I've never had. Like that even goes too much for me.
Yeah.
So people seem to eat it. I don't know.
That sounds like my nightmare. I like literally used to have nightmares when I was pregnant. Like before you go to the hospital and stuff, I used to have nightmares that I was in labor. And for some reason, the doctor gave me something spicy to eat before I gave birth. Like I was so mad. I was like, why would you do this when I'm in so much pain? Like that's a nightmare for me.
This has been passed on to the kids.
Yes, this is true. Like, they think everything's spicy.
Yeah, there was just like, we just had like regular fried chicken and like we cut it up and gave it to Bale, and she's like, "Oh, spicy!" Like, like what are you talking about? It's just fried chicken. Like there's nothing. I can't.
I know. I'm sorry.
What are you doing? I have to apologize. Right? But anyway, Donald Duck and Hot Ones. Let's check it out if you can handle the spice. Back, whatever I'm going into. Great segue, Rob. Anyway, Disney.
I threw him off with the song. He's still not sure.
Disney is pushing along the next Frozen sequels. They're filming them simultaneously,
really?
3 and 4. Yeah. So they had a talk with Disney Animation's Jennifer Lee. She's spilling details. She's saying that they like literally have a room where they're producing both of them. One side is half of the room is doing 3, the other half is doing 4, and they just kind of go back and forth and like to like produce, push along each production. Again, the story's like they're still early on. Like they didn't say when they're going to be released, but.
That would be hard because any sort of storyline that changes in 3 would need to be represented in 4.
They're working on like both of them, right? And I think sometimes they do that. There's like, you know, James Cameron is like filming things simultaneously, and I know like the Pirates of the Caribbean, and they do that. Harry Potter's were like that. Lord of the Rings, they did them all at once. And I think sometimes they do that to it's easier to get the talent
altogether. To agree to it long term.
Yeah, so they just do everything in one shot as opposed to like doing it and having to come back, and scheduling is all a nightmare.
Right. With Harry Potter, that must have been so hard with the ages of the children.
Well, I think that's what the other thing is, that they were trying to push it along, because if they took the normal time in between movies, like the kids would have been, in the senior citizen homes. Yeah. So anyway, so that's Frozen 3 and 4 are coming out.
Interesting.
They said they're going to talk about, could possibly find out things like, how did Elsa get her powers? Like, who, why does she have powers? Said something about Hans is missing. Where did he go?
Aww.
I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you.
Hans?
I don't think I've ever...
Hans is the bad guy.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, what happened to Hans?
I mean, we kicked him off the ledge.
But where is he? Anyway, I'll be honest with you. I haven't seen Frozen 2, so I don't no idea what happened.
If you tell the girls that, they're going to make you sit there and they're going to tape your eyes open. I envision this happening while I'm away, actually. I might just send Tidy a little message right now.
I guess you would say I could be going into the unknown.
Into the unknown.
She's doing it again. I'll get my fanboy hat on again.
Oh,
boy. Now, over in the Disney Resort... renovations and new things that are coming out, the Polynesian Towers, right?
Mm-hmm.
They announced their Island Tower Terrace Gardens are going to be in those towers.
Oh.
I guess if you're going there and if you see any of the new structures that are being put up, they have like these big, large squares in like the rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And so these are, I forget what they said. There's going to be a terrace in each of the DVC. What is it? The villas and bungalows will feature terrace gardens, and they're going to have these large, like viewing areas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you saw that.
I did. They're beautiful.
Yeah, they're beautiful, and you'll be able to look out. Now, there's going to be on each side of the building, so like one side is going to be able to see the lake,
mm-hmm.
and then the other side's gonna have to see the golf course.
Yeah,
so I'd be kind of pissed if
I know.
It's like, I mean, like this, very beautiful, as this big, like giant mural on one side, and like these tranquil benches and all these things, and then I gotta like watch,
mm-hmm. a golfer,
some guy, picking up his golf ball and moving it over or calling a mulligan. One of the other things on the DVC front, they're also in those same towers. They're going to have a Moana splash pad.
I saw that too.
That looks
so cute.
Very fun. It's going to be a splash pad. It's going to have Moana's outrigger,
mm-hmm.
The ship that she sails on, and it has the symbol, and it's going to have Moana on it, and it's going to have a bunch of like splashing water features and stuff.
That's awesome. I love that they're giving. I mean, that this resort always had a ton of theming, but they're growing the theming even more, which really makes me happy.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So that's something cool if you're looking into that stuff. Over at Universal Studios, they're kind of just Halloween Horror Nightsing it, right? Mm-hmm. That's really everything they're pushing towards. The one thing, and we have kind of mentioned this before, is that the Fast and the Furious, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of been oddly placed over in the San Francisco area,
right? Yeah.
And it used to be, if my memory serves me, that's where Earthquake was.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Way cool ride.
Yes, a way cool ride. And this one's been kind of, I don't know, tepid reviews. So it closes normally every year for Halloween Horror Nights, temporarily, and then comes back when Halloween Horror Nights is over. And now it's closed again. It says temporary, but everyone keeps hearing that it's going to be done.
Yeah. This ride doesn't really mean a whole lot to me. I'm kind of over it.
I mean, if they just move, I like the first two segments.
Yeah, you liked the live act.
I thought
people.
That was hilarious.
They were like funny.
Playing off the stars of the movie like on videotape.
Yes.
I thought that was funny, but the ride itself was kind of like, I don't know. Things happened. I have no idea. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Staying over in San Francisco, they also had that the Alcatraz bar.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Has been closed for like 4 months. And that's now reopened, and it has like new theming.
Is it no longer Alcatraz?
I think it's still called Alcatraz, but they just like changed the theming of the bar. I don't know. Was it worth it? Probably not. But now you could go get a drink while you're taking pictures with Bruce the Shark hanging above you.
Cool.
So that's something, and that's really like it around the world. So now I'm going to cut into, you're going to have the pleasure of some more youthful advent pioneers are going to be joining us, and people that will eventually, or probably should right now, take over as hosts of this podcast. It's probably way more entertaining, except for Abbie singing. I mean, that should be a new like weekly segment. I'd like to hear everyone like ask for it, and we could get her to sing.
Nobody's going to ask for it.
Everyone, people around the world, the dogs are so besides themselves, they're passed out. Anyway, we're gonna bring on the kids, bring on the girls. Here's a little segment, and we'll be right back and say goodbye after that. Here you go. Okay. We are here with the youth of Disney's future. The Disney's past. The past is the future. I'm going back to the future. 1.21 gigawatts. No one knows what I'm talking about. They have not seen the movie. We are here with
Heidi
and
Bailey.
And thank you for joining me, girls. Now, obviously,
Of course.
Your mom, I know her as Abbie. You know her as Mom. She is traveling abroad, not abroad, in... hey, tween, please put your phone down.
This dude is weird.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. So
I thought
we are
she was
here.
traveling in an airplane.
Yes, she is. She does travel on airplanes. We're here to do some trivia. Who's ready for Disney Triv?
Me!
We're going to call this segment Diz Triv.
Slay.
Oh, boy.
Yas queen. Slay.
I don't know. This is getting bad. Okay, now here, let's see if you guys know this. You're going to work together as a team. All right, here we go. Question number 1. Wink, nudge. We didn't try other questions that didn't turn out properly. What tourism company will take you up the mountain on the Royal Anandapur Tea Company Railway? Is it Star Tours, Jungle Navigation Company Limited,
New question.
Society of Explorers and Adventurers, Himalayan Escapes Tours and Expeditions? I will say that only one of you has been on this ride.
No, I know what it is. Can we be started?
No, so just give an answer. A, B, C, or D.
Is it Mountain Everest?
Well, so it's if your answer is D,
Wait,
that's correct.
No.
D is correct.
But
What's
I went
D?
on Mountain Everest.
Yeah, he said one of us went on Mountain Everest.
I did.
You went on it.
Yes, one of you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now we're getting nowhere fast. The organization that helps guests explore Pandora, the world of Avatar, is called Beta Centauri Expeditions. Is that true or false?
False.
Is it false?
It is
Going with Bailey.
false.
Okay, it's false. Let's remember, people have ears. They don't want to, yell into the microphone, please. Don't whisper either. Okay, false is correct.
Yes.
All right. There's another true or false. The footage of the Matterhorn at the beginning of Soaring Around the World is computer-generated imagery. True or false?
Is it an image?
I want to go with true.
I want to go with true because if
Okay.
it's an image,
It was false. In
What?
fact, while shooting the icy peaks of the Matterhorn, that's when you go over the, when you're in the
over the
snowy,
mountains?
the snowy mountains. Yeah, that's what that's.
I didn't know what it
Actually,
means.
I understand. Got it. All right, let's play again. I'm going to ask you guys 2 more, and then we'll flip it up.
Okay.
All right. The Harambe Wildlife Reserve is just one area of the park that receives funding from which Disney organization? Disney Conservation Fund, Disney Cruise Line, Disney Youth Programs, or Disney Worldwide Outreach Program?
Disney Worldwide Outreach Program.
I want to say conservation funds.
Conservation Fund.
Yay.
I got it right.
You said the...
Yeah, good job. All right.
Right. Yay.
Okay, last question. What is the name of the theme song heard aboard Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway? Is it called Kool-Aid Melody, The Birthday Song, Our Homespun Melody, or Nothing Can Stop Us Now?
Yeah, nothing can stop us now.
That's right.
Nothing can stop us now. I don't know how, but to make things better.
Oh,
nothing
see?
can stop us now. I don't know why.
See, she's performing just like her mom.
Make things better.
All right.
Mama Soleil's was singing.
Okay, now we're going to do a segment that I normally, Mom, aka Abbie, does not like when I put her on the spot like this. But it's called We're Going Around the Queue Times at Disney World. So I'm going to pull up, those are the lines, right? Queue times. You know, line times, queue times. So I'm going to pull up the My Disney Experience app, which is also known as Disney World on your phones. And once that loads, I'm going to ask you guys, what is, now if all your memory serves, and any time we've been in a long line at Disney, right, but they don't really have long lines at Disney. They're all short.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, well, you don't like them. We don't say, hey.
Do you remember that time when we were in that line for Big Thunder Mountain Railroad and it was an hour wait and it was so hot because it's outdoors?
Wait, you remember that long line just to get in Disney? You were still checking out, but it was like a few years ago. I was with Mom and
I'm
Heidi,
always in the security line.
and it was like packed up, and I freaked out because
we remember.
I have, very freaked out. So
okay,
it was so big.
I
was like,
okay.
I was looking, but I was like,
thank you, right, for that, reliving that story. I appreciate that. What is, to your knowledge, what ride has the longest wait time in all of Disney World? Oh my gosh. Also known as Walt Disney World.
Well,
think about the popular rides that are there. I'll give you each taking a guess. Each of you get a guess.
Slinky Dog Dash.
I know two that are really long. But
Okay.
I'm going to say Slinky Dog Dash.
So you're not going to cover your bases. What's the other one?
Big Thunder Mountain Railroad's also a really big one.
All right. Unfortunately, the answer is neither of those. It is Avatar Flight of the Passage.
It is not a long line.
Well, Bailey, we normally use Fast Pass.
Well, yeah, with Lightning Lane.
So then how do you expect us to know?
It's Avatar Flight of the Passage, 65 minutes. Other things, Slinky Dog Dash, 55 minutes. Toy Story Mania, 50 minutes. Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, 45. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, 45. Remy's is 45. Peter Pan's Flight, also 45. Why is that
45?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I don't get.
No,
There's a 45-minute wait to meet Ariel at her grotto. That's crazy, isn't it? What? Would you wait 45 minutes to meet Ariel?
Yes.
I knew it. And that's why they're doing it. Navi River Journeys, 40 minutes. I'm just going to tell you a couple of the popular ones. I'm not going to name them all. Millennium Falcon is 40. I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to ask you another question. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, 35 minutes.
Ooh, let's go on Minnie and Mickey's Runaway Railway.
Yeah, right. It's a pretty good time. That's a lower wait time for that ride. So this is a good time to go on.
Yeah, that's like a really short wait time for that ride.
Haunted Mansion's only 30 minutes. That's not bad at all.
It's not bad.
Soaring Around the World, 20 minutes. So it's a slower day.
Can we go on Soaring Around the World,
Absolutely.
please?
We can go. Jungle Cruise, which is, I think it's closing this week. It's going to get refurbished.
Refurbished?
Yeah. And we're going to talk about that on the main show.
polished up. Like
Expedition Everest is 20 minutes. It's a slower wait time day. Guess what? Mickey's PhilharMagic, 15 minutes. It's always 15 minutes.
what the? You love it.
I do. Why didn't we go on our last trip? Why didn't we go?
Because you didn't suggest it.
Okay. So now this is what I always do. I always ask Mommy, what is the ride with the lowest wait time in all of Disney? Now I'll tell you that there's a tie, right? There's one. There's 12 different rides that all have a low wait time. Can you guess what's a ride that we've gone on we just walked on?
Well,
We walked on Minnie and Mickey Runaway Railway.
Okay, well, but we already named that one, so we know it's not that.
But actually, for the 2 Avatar rides, I'm not saying they're the lowest rides, but for us, because we always have passes, because the lines are so long.
Okay, no, that's true.
But I'm not counting that one.
All right. So now what do we think is the lowest? Lowest ride. A ride
What do you think I need?
that doesn't have... And I know sometimes we don't know all the names of it, and so I'll get you there. If you tell me what the ride you're thinking of.
I'm not thinking of any rides.
You can't think of a ride?
The rides that we've got.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys would make it on Jeopardy. I tell you. Alex Trebek, if he were alive, he'd be all over you guys.
What are the ones?
So just think about a ride that hasn't had a long wait at all. Maybe one's in like a Mexican restaurant. Maybe one is
The one in
maybe one's in the same building as Soarin'.
the Mexico.
Oh, Living with the Land doesn't have a long wait time.
And
the
then
Mexico one.
you're talking about the Grand Fiesta Tour?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
you
has
guys-
a super short line because as soon as you
Daddy.
go in
You guys are both right.
Daddy. One time when we went on Living with the Land, that line was wild.
It was wild?
Yes, it was like it was really high for just that ride. It was like a 25-minute wait.
Why? Oh, no way. I never wait there. I would never wait there. I'd go get a Mickey pretzel and come back.
No, it was literally a 25-minute wait. And it was like down for like a bit.
Okay. All right. Now, last question. I'm just going to... What is... When we go back to Disney, what's the one ride you absolutely must go on next time we go there? What's your...
Soarin'.
Okay. And then what about you, Bailey? Is it Navi River Journey? Nothing? She's lost her voice.
Nah,
She can't...
it's the one Mama loves so much.
You want to go
Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Tiana's Bayou Adventure. All right,
Known as the
those are good
shortcut.
rides.
Known as the shortcut.
Those
yeah.
are good rides to
They
have.
were so apparently they weren't supposed to change the track, but they did a little.
Yeah.
It was surprising because I thought like they weren't. But they changed the track just like for one little like drop.
See, that sounds like
It was so surprising.
See, you sound like a future pioneer. Like you should be hosting the Disney Hour Express.
Because I was sitting like in front row,
Yeah.
and
lucky.
when we went down,
Hmm.
that drop, like it was like, and like we went over that like extra little thing, and like
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it, but water flew up over me. It was
Oh,
wild.
boy.
That ride was wild. It's
Wild
amazing.
times. Let me see your reactions. What were your reactions when you were going on the big drop on that ride? What were you like? What, you're making any noises?
Yeah, I was screaming.
Woo!
Oh boy, all right. They don't want to yell into the mic. I don't blame them. Okay, thank you, girls. I
told us not
appreciate
to.
you. I did tell you not to. I appreciate you coming on the show, and I hope the Pioneers out there found this entertaining.
This on the show because we're gonna
Right.
be here every day.
Oh,
Every day now.
They're
We're
gonna
never
torment
getting
me.
off it.
okay. All right. Thank you, girls.
you.
They want to say bye.
Bye, guys.
All right. Now, that was insane because I'm crazy and the girls know that. And so they like to play off of everything that we have going on. So I hope you enjoyed that segment, and they're always asking to be on. So I figured it was a good time to get them on, and we'll try to get them on as much as they want to be on all the time. Like, seriously, they're always asking us, like, can I be on the podcast? It's like, no, we're trying to go do homework or something.
Exactly.
Anyway, so we are getting ready for school, and, as parents, it's a hectic time and all these things going on. So we
Getting
hope
back into a different schedule. I don't know if I'm terrified or excited. What are you?
You can be both.
Oh, okay. It's
excitingly terrified.
But, it's all right. Change is good sometimes, but we hope that you all have the most fantastic week. And if you're headed back to school, have a great one. And we'll talk to you soon.